everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video guys, I'm going to be giving you a really detailed and super easy dress to impress Lana lore, Christmas lore tutorial. But before I get into today's video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications so you never miss a video, because we are on the road to hitting 16,000 subscribers on YouTube, and it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe and help me out. Now let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to join Dress to Impress and then click server at the top of your screen. After you click server, you're going to click the one on the bottom that says Winter Quest and join the winter map. After you do that, you're going to want to join one of the chapters. So if you did not complete chapter 1 and 2, you should obviously join chapter 1. I wanted to give everybody a heads up. Chapter 1 is very difficult right off the bat, so I recommend joining with like more than one person. The only thing though is that if you join with more than one person, the more let's say presents you're gonna have to pack away. So if you join with like, let's say 2 or 3 people, you're gonna have less presents. So I joined with one other person and we only had to do 14 presents. But if you join with like 8 people, you're gonna have to pack away like 50 presents. So I wanted to let you all know that. If you are somebody who's like really good at obbies, I say you should join with like 1 person or 2 people. But if you struggle with obbies and like doing things that require you to work super fast, I recommend joining with more than one person. So for example, join with like 3 people. And for this round, I say like for the game, it's gonna be much harder, especially for the first round if you have more than one person. I would say strengthen numbers here, like try to join with people who know what they're doing so it makes it easier, because it's going to be a lot harder if you're joining with like one other person, especially for the next 2 chapters. So yeah, all you have to do now is just pack away the items. So I wish we could close this thing, but you know what, it's fine. As you guys can see, since there's like 5 people in my server, I have to pack away 42 presents, and this took a very long time to do, honestly. Such a long time that I had to speed it up, and because like, you know, the server was just like, it wasn't laggy, but it's like the presents were taking such a long time to register. It was like a minute. It took about a minute for the presents to actually like register that they were like packed away, and that's what made it really difficult. So that's why I said it's gonna be a lot harder if you have more than one person in your server, because there's gonna be more presents to put away. If you have less people in your server, it'll be much easier. So I would say for chapter 1, you should probably join with 1 or 2 people, complete this part of the quest, leave, rejoin again, and then pack away all of the items, and then leave again, and then join chapter 2 with more than one person, because chapter 2 is going to get really difficult, and you guys are going to see why. Alright guys, so now that you completed chapter 1, you're going to move on to chapter 2, and chapter 2 is basically a very difficult obby. This obby took me like 2 or 3 tries to complete. As you guys can see, there is frozen water, and if you step in that water, you're literally going to be frozen for like 20 seconds, and you'll have to literally start again from the beginning. There are no respawn points. You literally have to start all the way from the beginning again. As you guys can see, this took me a lot of tries to do, and the timer at the top basically shows you how much time you have before you get a game over. So this map, definitely I'd say have more than one person. If you are somebody who's doing chapter 2 with like, let's say 3 friends, as long as you have somebody who reaches the end, you can still progress on to the next round. So the person in front of me is doing really well compared to me, so they're going to reach the end before I do, because as you can see, I am flopping at this. But after they reach the end of the map, I'm able to also progress, and that's the best part about this update, honestly, because it's super hard to do obbies. Not everybody's good at obbies, so seeing that the developers made it so that players who are not so good at them can also have a chance at progressing as well was really awesome, and I'd like to say thank you for that, because this was so hard to do. Okay guys, so this part of the quest is so easy. All you have to do is just do the sleigh ride. It's literally just a race. against other players to get to the end. It doesn't matter who wins or loses, even if you're like really far behind. Like I said before, you get teleported just as fast as everybody else. So all you have to do is just go and get on a reindeer, and you literally just have to race to the end. This is like the fun, easy part of the quest, and I honestly really like this part because it was a break from all the stress that we had to deal with before. So that's honestly amazing. And the only thing, you don't have to worry about losing hearts in this part because there's no like health meter. That's another thing I really liked about this. It was super easy. All you have to do is go through the wreaths for speed boost, and you don't have to worry about like getting hurt in this round. The only thing you have to worry about is getting slowed down. So yeah, just like how I got slowed down here, just try not to bump into anything. You don't get any penalty for it, so yeah. After you finish the reindeer ride, you're going to end up by this cave. And I wanted to let you all know that the cave that goes to the far left, that one leads to the fountain. So if you were wondering how to get to the fountain, I'm gonna show you where that leads to. The one in the middle doesn't lead to anywhere, it just leads you out and you have to respawn. The one on the right leads you to chapter 3. As I've stated before, do not go through the middle one. I know in the video I'm going through the middle side. I'm showing you exactly why you shouldn't go through that side. But anyway, as you can see, that person went to the left side, so it's going to lead them to the fountain. However, I have to warn you, do not go on the left side. Do that after you complete the entire quest. Reason why is because I wasn't able to find my way out after I found the fountain. It didn't teleport me anywhere. I was just standing just randomly by this fountain after I put in the code. So I wanted to let you guys know not to go to the fountain first. Do that after you complete the quest. I know some people are gonna do that anyway, but as you can see, I'm going to the right side of the sleigh ride, so the sleigh all the way on the right. If you take this route, it will lead you down to the cave or place that goes to chapter 3. So after you go through this big cave, it's going to lead you to a door and you'll be teleported all the way to chapter 3. Okay guys, so if you completed chapter 2, now you're going to move on to chapter 3. And chapter 3, I recommend you have at least 5 players. And basically you're going to see why in a few. But all you have to do is click this green box multiple times to make sure that you, I guess, unfrost the door. And then once the door opens, you're gonna see Santa, but that's not Santa, that's actually Agamemnon. He is the guy from the previous Lana Lore quest that was like working with Lena to capture Lana. So yeah, I wanted to mention that. But anyway, you basically have to defeat Santa and I guess get him to go back to normal and to get Agamemnon to leave. So after you do that, you'll be able to do the actual like mini game. And by the way, you guys, this mini game is very difficult. Like I said before, I recommend like 5 players because I almost died like 3 times with this, and you guys are gonna see right here there's a lot, like I had to speed it up because it took forever, but it's a lot of like jumping and running around. So I recommend for the sake of this to just rejoin and play with like multiple people just to make it a little bit easier because it was very difficult for me to play before. So as you can see, I joined with another person and I'm doing it again. And it was difficult, y'all. It was so difficult. I recommend just keep on doing it and rejoin if you can. Have like more than one person. I don't know how I survived this, but I did. And if you end up freezing, that's another thing. If you end up freezing, you could stand next to the person and unfreeze them. You don't have to do anything. You just have to stand right next to them and unfreeze them. And then after that, you do chapter 2. Chapter 2 takes a long time as well. You have to be very careful because chapter 2 is even harder. As long as you have more than one person in your game, you won't have to worry about respawning. or dying and having to retry again. Once you get to the second part, it'll be much easier. So yeah, I wanted to mention that as well. That's why I said you should have more than one person in your game, because it's going to be very difficult. After you complete the quest and defeat Santa and bring Santa back, you guys will be able to unlock this beautiful dress. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty, you guys. So now that you completed the quest, you can now go back to the secret cave and hop on the sleigh ride. Go to the one that's all the way on the left side and take the route all the way down. After you take the route all the way down, you're going to end up by the secret fountain. Now that you got to the fountain, all you have to do is walk up to it, you guys. And as you guys can see, it's a map, and all you have to do is enter this code at the top of the screen, friends. And I don't know how to pronounce it, but you have to put this in lowercase. I thought you could put it in uppercase and it would work, but all you have to do is enter the code at the top of the screen. It really doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. I did it in lowercase and it still worked for me. So yeah, but there is no reward for this, but you do end up getting a badge, so that is kind of good. If you wanted to get, like, if you're a badge collector and you wanted to get a badge, like, I guess you could get that. But there's nothing really to do in the map. I kind of looked around for a little bit to see if there were any secret items that I could get, but unfortunately there was not really anything here. After you complete the quest and just do the thing with the code that I showed you before, after you put the code into the fountain, you can go all the way. I wish this like silly thing would just go away, but it won't. But as you guys can see, sort of, I went all the way to the front of the train station and I just clicked the boarded up planks that were there. And after you do that, you'll be teleported into this map where there's like a cutscene. And it's not really like anything where there's like a secret obby. I didn't really find anything. It's just lore related stuff. So if you're a lore person and you really like lore, then you're able to, I guess, enjoy this part. Honestly, good for those who love lore. I don't know what was going on here. I thought this was Lana, but apparently it wasn't. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like Lana, but I don't know if it is Lana. Who knows? But anyways, guys, as you can see, it's just a simple map. There's not really anything to do here. I wanted to let you all know that so you don't go thinking there's like items here like I did. So yeah, but it's just a regular interactive map. You could just go and hang out and I guess talk to other people, role play if you wanted to. So yeah. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all so much for the constant love and support. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn notifications so you never miss a video. I will be uploading lots of YouTube shorts and other info regarding this Dress to Impress Christmas update, so you guys can have the chance to explore and catch up on anything you may have missed. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. Like I said before, we are so close to hitting 16,000 subscribers, and it would be awesome if we could get to 20,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is on the 21st. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but it would be amazing. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone!